Most of us spend our lives obsessed with exactly what to say. We agonize over text messages, draft and redraft emails, and rehearse conversations in the shower, convinced that the words coming out of our mouths are the primary way we talk to the world. This diagram breaks down human communication. Notice how small the slice for spoken words is. Over 70% happens completely silently. Ignoring this massive nonverbal section creates a severe blind spot. People constantly broadcast signals of deception, attraction, and hidden judgment, and we miss them. But that silent broadcast has a specific, measurable vocabulary. Once you understand the baseline rules of human body language, you can walk into a room and accurately read the dynamics in seconds. Fluency in these signals changes how you experience a room, allowing you to see the underlying motives that remain invisible to the untrained eye. Let's start with how humans measure confidence. We typically associate authority with a loud voice or a sharp tone. In reality, physical confidence is a function of how a person manages physical space and speed. People who feel secure in their environment do not rush. They demonstrate their authority through slow, deliberate, and controlled movements. They let their shoulders drop, and they naturally expand their posture to occupy the physical space around them without hesitation. Insecurity creates the opposite physical response. When humans feel anxious or exposed, our biological instinct is to become a smaller target. That translates into hunched shoulders, tightly tucked elbows, and rapid, erratic fidgeting to burn off nervous energy. We see a similar spatial dynamic when it comes to attraction. Look at this top-down mapping of two people interacting. When someone is interested, their body subconsciously attempts to erase the physical distance between you. The signal starts small, a micro-lean inward, or mirroring the other person's exact posture. Eventually, they invent practical excuses to maintain that tight physical proximity. These spatial adjustments and involuntary biological drives are difficult to simulate through dialogue alone, making them a reliable indicator of a person's true intent. This involuntary honesty is known as leakage. When a person is stressed or lying, their body physically reacts to the discomfort fractions of a second before the conscious brain formulates a verbal cover story. You will see small self-soothing gestures, like a hand briefly touching the neck or collarbone. If the tension increases, people will initiate blocking behaviors. Without realizing it, they construct physical barriers out of whatever is available, crossing arms tightly across the chest or holding a drink squarely to shield their torso. But the most revealing indicator of hidden discomfort happens closer to the floor. In this diagram, notice how the subject's upper body is politely facing forward, but their feet are angled away toward the door. That geometric misalignment means their brain has already initiated a flight response. While feet reveal our urge to escape, the human eyes offer a completely different kind of physical evidence because they are physically unable to perform a block or a flight response. Rapid, darting eyes indicate a search for an escape route or an alibi, while an unblinking stare often functions as a performance of dominance rather than an expression of comfort. When someone's calm words directly clash with their darting eyes or a physical blocking behavior, the physical body is the one telling the truth. Recognizing these cues gives you a distinct advantage, but observation is only half the equation. You can take this same physical vocabulary and use it to influence your own social reality. This flowchart illustrates a psychological feedback loop. Adopting physical markers of confidence alters social perception, reinforcing your authority. Adjust this loop by changing specific variables. Pull your shoulders back and deliberately reduce your speed. Then lock in your gaze. Hold eye contact just a fraction of a second longer than your normal instinct tells you to. That tiny pause projects a calm authority without appearing aggressive. Finally, keep your hands visible. Leaving your hands out of your pockets signals to an observer that you aren't concealing anything, which helps establish an immediate baseline of trust. When your physical presence and your spoken words align, you tap into a biological bias where people prioritize what they see over what they hear. Mastering this silent language means that your physical presence communicates your true intent completely before you even open your mouth.